The Tech Temple.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Wise Man White here at the Tech Temple. Thank you for checking out another video. And this year has been the year of the bezel-less, or as I like to say, very little bezel phones, because they're still a little bezel regardless of what they say. But because of these small bezels, these phone screens are getting taller and taller. But I know one thing: our thumbs are not getting longer and longer, which means it's a little harder each time to reach that menu where you're trying to get to that very top button or that button that's a little up to the side, and it's really kind of putting a strain on my finger and my thumbs. I don't know about yours, but so I'm going to show you some apps and some tips that you can do with your phone regardless of what phone you have, to make it a little easier so you don't have to stretch your thumb all the way up to the top, because I'm barely halfway past that, so it's a lot of strain. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what apps that you need to get your phone right to take care of your thumb so you can be better in the future and save the thumb a little bit. Let's get to it. So here we are. If you didn't understand what I was saying in the first place in the beginning of the video, so phones are getting real tall right now. So just even ones that they call normal size are way bigger than they were a few years ago. And I don't know about you, but I'm assuming most of you are in the same boat where your thumb cannot reach to the top of the phone. Like, even if I'm stretching here, there's no way I can get to this part where I need to. So as for example, if I go to Google Photos, as you can see, the menu is way up there at the top right here. I can't get to that without having to shuffle my phone. And I'm sure a lot of you have the same problem. I wish they would move a lot of these to the bottom. We don't have any more menu button, unfortunately, on Android, so all we have to deal with is the home button down here, the recent menu, and the back button. So I'm going to show you, 3 apps that will help you, save your thumb from doing all that activity. Who knows, in the long run, it might, save you from getting a little, discomfort right here in your thumb. So the first app I want to show you is Wave Launcher. So, most of us have, our apps, designed so we are in our app tray, they're sorted like that, or they're already on our home screen. So I want to show you this app. So rather than having for me to do that, or if I'm in an app already, let's say, like I said before, I'm in Google Photos, and rather than having to go home and then tap here, then find my app, there's only a few apps that I mainly use on a daily basis, and I decided to put those few apps on this app called Wave Launcher. So there it is right there. I want to show you that. So here's the icons that I use. In the apps that I use the most, Mail, Gmail, Google Music, the browser, LastPass, and all the other kind of stuff. So, and as you can see, as your thumb goes across it, it lets you know the title of the app so you can know which one you're selecting. So let's say if I'm looking at, I want to go to Google Music, play music, you hover over it and it comes right up, and then you go home as soon as you're done. And you can pick any app you want to for this to come on. You can even have it for widgets, so you can be I can be on play music, and I can set it so that one of these will be a widget from the home screen, and it'll float above whatever window you're on. I'll show you that app right here. So right here it's called into my systems, Wave Launcher at the bottom. So Wave Launcher, it is an older app, but it does have some pretty good reviews. Go to Wave Launcher. I've had this app since I was on my HTC Hero way back when in 2012. So 4.0 rating, 100,000 views, so it was trusted. And I'll go back into the settings. So you can edit the wave. You can make the wave a different color. You can set all your icons wherever you want to. You can I have 11 apps, but I believe you can go up to 15 apps if you want to. And so that's one way I would suggest use that, so you can hop back and forth between your Mail, or your play music, or your Google Maps, or your photos, stuff like that, things that you use all the time. So that's the first thing. And you can put that on any part of the screen. You can put that on the bottom, the left, and the right. I just happen to have it right here in the bottom. It's my activation zone. If I try down here, it won't work. So secondly, that's for apps. The next one is for navigation. So as I said before earlier, on the bottom we only have the home button and the back button and the recents menu. Now that's all fine if you have your phone resting. I normally have my phone resting down on my pinky like that. But if you are already in an app, let's say I was already in play music, and I want to go back, and I'm already have my phone in a different holding position, and I want to go up and down. rather than having to reposition my phone all the way down here, there's an app called Pi Control. Now, Pi Control allows you to have, this Pi on the side. I first discovered, the Pi method when I was on the Slim ROMs on my Nexus 4. You can customize this to have any buttons you want to, any actions. The only thing you can't have is a menu button, unfortunately. But like I said, if you want to go back, there you can go back. If I want to go, recents app, instead of having to go all the way down there and reshuffle my phone, I just have to do this, and it goes to recents. I can go back from that. Let's pick one of the apps. Let's pick photos, and let's say I want to go home. It takes me straight to home. And if I want to go to my browser, I just hit that, and it takes me to my browser. So that is called Pi Control. I'll show you that in the store real quick, so you can see the rating. Pi Control. Right there, Pi Control. It is free, and there is a paid version within that purchases if you want to get that. So I'll show you the settings for Pi Control. And you can change the color of, the Pi. You can have multiple levels. So right now I have, the first one is home, and then back, and then recents and search. So here's where you, level 1, you define all that, and you can change, the icons. You don't have to have the square, triangle, and circle. And we have level 2. So let's say like I said, there are some ads. It's level 2. So let's say I want level 2 to have another app. Let's say if I want to go to the clock. So now, as you see, another part came up. Now there's a second level with the clock, and you can delete that if you don't want it. And now you see it's gone. On the left and the right side, you see the pink bars, kind of thick on the side. That is my activation zones for Pi Control. So I like it because when I'm using the browser, let's switch to the browser real quick. There's already commands to switch back and forth with this, so I don't want that to interfere with my Pi. So I just have the Pi going up and down to a certain point. So if I'm holding it like this, I'm definitely going to hit the Pi Control. If I want to slide left and right on my browser, I know I can use that down there. So it works left-handed and right-handed. And it can even work on the bottom too. So it's your choice on how you want to set it up. You can set the colors. I just have the color because it matches my background. With the pinkish hue, it matches very nicely. So go ahead, check that out. That's free, Pi Control, and you can do a lot of stuff in that app. If you like it, let me know, and I'll go ahead and go through a lot of these options with the premium. And you can change how thick and thin you want that. There's a whole lot of options in there. So go ahead and check that out. If you want me to do a review on that, let me know, and I can show you how I got mine set up. And the last one is something that we can all use. Go to Gmail, and I like to use Google Keyboard. So this last method is for Google Keyboard. So if you hold the bottom, you can see there's a little hand that comes up on the bottom right there. And that is left-handed or right-handed mode. So what that does, it looks a little funny, but it makes it much easier for you to operate one-handed. So rather than the L being all the way over here, it's about 3/4 of an inch closer, just making it a little easier for you to go ahead and text and do whatever you got to do. If you like to use it on your right hand, you can swap it back that way, and you can make it big again. So again, all you got to do is hold on smiley face. Sorry, the smiley face, the settings, the comma. And that's your left and your right hand. And you can also go into settings, and you can also adjust how tall, how short you want the keys. So this makes it way easier to type as compared to having this huge keyboard where the P's all the way over here. If you can see how the P changes in position, making it way easier for you to type. So those are my 3 apps I talked about before. I'll go one more time. Wave Launcher shows you your wave. You can pick all your apps you want to. Pi Control, figure out where you want to go. You want to go recents, you want to go home, back to where you were at, switch apps, or you can do Gmail. You can do the keyboard and make your keyboard smaller and bigger. So do you have any other apps that you suggest to other people who are watching this video? Let me know, and maybe they can help me out some. I'll go ahead and at least put a link in those, so if you guys have any suggestions or any questions I can add to this video, let me know, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks for checking out this video. This is Wise Man White here at the Tech Temple. I will see you guys later.